FangFang. I want to apologize for the delay in getting this to you. This was corrected yesterday, actually, but there was a problem with the file. I tried to correct it, but it wouldn't, so I have to just re-record this. But that's fine. I just apologize again for the delay. Let's see what you did here. It's the job cover letter. Okay, so to whom it may concern, I'm writing this email to apply for the position of junior data analyst posted on Indeed 2 days ago. I am fully equipped with the sufficient knowledge, careful with this expression, we'll talk about it in a second, through the 2 years diploma in business analysis at ABC College. All right, this whole sentence is awkward in a number of different ways. So first of all, it should be I am fully equipped. All right, now it's not the sufficient knowledge, but it's sufficient knowledge, which I still don't really like because sufficient means that it's enough. It gets the job done, okay? So in other words, your knowledge of business analysis is, you can get stuff done, but it's not like superb, high level, really extensive knowledge. So this kind of word is not really doing you any favors here if you're trying to get a job, which is supposedly what you're trying to do. So we'll change sufficient, and also not through the 2 years diploma. So we're going to change that around too, just to make all this more natural and more appropriate. So one more time. I am fully equipped with extensive knowledge from my 2-year diploma program in business analysis at ABC College. After graduation, I did an internship in data analysis with BCD IT company. Okay. With my enthusiasm for statistics and the related academic background, I believe that I will be a suitable candidate for this position. Since I was a freshman, I have heard about your company a lot because the TA of our program was working at your company. All right, now here you had a great opportunity to use some cohesion. You missed that opportunity, and instead you wrote company and company twice in the same sentence. So it feels rather repetitive. Let's fix that. So since I was a freshman, I have heard about your company a lot. I've heard about your company a lot, right? Because the TA of our program was employed there or was employed at your organization, okay? A couple of different ways to do it. One is with a pronoun, one is with another word for a company. The core concept of doing analysis for your company makes me feel not related, elated. I think this is what you mean. As I also agree that being ethical is the sole characteristic when doing data analysis. Therefore, I'm so glad that there is an opportunity that I may be able to be one of the members. All right, there's still, again, some awkwardness here. Let's see. First of all, that word related was wrong. I think you meant elated, even though I have a question about how appropriate this kind of language is. Remember that it's formal, and so you don't want to use language that feels particularly emotional, okay? In informal language, you try to be impersonal and without really a lot of emotion. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, how am I going to show energy and enthusiasm? There are ways to do it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. All right. Now, you talked about ethics and being ethical. I don't understand why that fit into any of this. So that for me felt a little just out of place. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on. And then therefore I'm so glad. This for me felt a little also informal. I felt so glad. So I want to change some of this language around. So we've got some problems with some vocabulary in this paragraph. All right. Let's try it again. I don't know about the core concept. I'm not sure about that either, but let's just keep that as is. The core concept of doing analysis for your company is most intriguing, as I believe that Again, I really don't know where this whole thing about ethics fits in here, so I'm just going to leave that. But the rest of it was better that way. Okay. Therefore, I am very pleased to learn that I have a possibility. No, let me fix it too. Therefore, I am pleased that there is an opportunity for me to become one of the members of your team. Okay? For more information about me, please check the attached file, and please feel free to contact me at any time. I really look forward to hearing from you soon. Save the exclamation mark. Again, it just feels too friendly. This is supposed to be a formal letter. All right? So, let's talk a little bit about this. Now I want to talk a little bit about task achievement. So possible qualifications. Yes, you talked about that. You've got a diploma, you've done an internship, so that's fine. Your energy and enthusiasm. I think you tried to cover this in a couple of places. You tried to talk about it here, and then I wasn't really sure if, where was it? Makes me feel this was that trying to show it again? I wasn't really sure, but you can see that I have some questions about where you actually really go into energy and enthusiasm. So this is the thing that I think most people have kind of struggle with in this letter. How can you show that you have energy and enthusiasm for a job? Well, one thing is to show that you've done your homework, that you've researched this company, and because of your research or as a result of your research, you've discovered different things. Like maybe, for example, you know that they use a certain type of business software. Well, energy and enthusiasm would show that you have learned this business software, have gotten some sort of a certificate in it, so that it would make you a competitive candidate for this job, okay? Or showing something you've done that goes above and beyond the call of duty at your current job, or maybe a past position, all right? And these are things that show energy and enthusiasm. Let's see, your past experience. I didn't really get that. I mean, you talked a little bit about BCD, but you didn't really talk about past experience very much. I think you should have. I think you could have. I think you should have told us something you did that was very similar in another job. So I do feel like some of this is a little underdeveloped. Like there's writing, and you're clearly over 150 words, but it's not entirely answering these questions here, particularly number 2 and number 3. So I want you to be a little more careful about that, and as also, with the vocabulary, which we saw was a little bit problematic here. So let's move on. This essay is about dependence on the internet and phone. Let's see what you did here, okay? People throughout the world have debated both the positive side and negative side of spending too much time on modern technologies. I strongly feel the advantages far outnumber the downsides. This essay will discuss both of these views using examples from the Nestle company and Harvard University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, fine. So you're going to talk about the benefits of dependence on the internet and the disadvantages of dependence on the internet. Let's see how you actually did that. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that spending too much time on electronic devices, has isolated people from socializing in the physical way. All right, that's not really a very accurate expression, in the physical way. Why don't you just say in person, face to face? One of these would be better. According to a study, careful with this, it's not just one study in the entire world done by Harvard, there's many studies. So you want to say that this is a study. The face-to-face group meeting time of doing college group assignments has decreased. All right, that's some awkwardness. So let's fix that straight away. So according to a study by Harvard University, face-to-face group meetings for college group assignments have decreased 60% from where they used to be 10 years ago. Okay, that's better. And the time of using. All right, that's a little strange. How about the I want to fix this. It's just a little awkward, FangFang, okay? But let's just hold off on it for now. and the time of using the electronic means to communicate has increased 70%. Now, here you could have use a wonderful cohesive device here. So something like conversely would have been nice, okay? So while one thing has decreased, something has increased. So you could have talked about that. So conversely, time spent on electronic means to communicate has increased. That would have been better. Time spent. Consequently, there are studies that indicate that the current college students have worse interpersonal communication skills than 10 years ago. Thus, it's possible to state beyond doubt that using technology such as phones or laptops to e-communicate has a certain degree of negative influence on students' interpersonal development. Okay, fine. Let's move on to your next paragraph. If my mouse would just, there we go. On the other hand, advanced technologies provide us a more efficient way of learning and communicating, which makes people rely on the technologies even more. Good. You're talking about reliance. That's important. Firstly, there are studies from Harvard University that show that although students may struggle to develop interpersonal communication skills, they are equipped, you can't have although and that and yet in the same sentence. They are equipped with a higher level of knowledge base because of the accessibility of, awkwardness here, of wide range about online information and less time consumed e-communication. All right, you mean something different. This is really not appropriately expressed. So let's fix that, okay? They are equipped with a higher level of knowledge because of the wide range of online information available and let's see, more efficient e-communication. All right, I think that's a little better. I'd have to see it written, but I think it sounds better. Furthermore, using online platforms saves us time communicating, especially for those companies or people who have to communicate across different time zones. According to the data from Nestle company, it states that if we still used letter as a main means with an S always to take orders from foreign countries, the volume of global business would be reduced at least 90%. With the internet, companies can receive orders from different countries within one word, a few seconds, comma, ignoring the time differences. Therefore, the positive side of reliance, I-A-N-C-E, on modern communication cannot be overstated. Okay, this was good. I know that I've corrected a ton of vocabulary and grammar, but in terms of task achievement, you've got it. We're talking about well, you did say reliance. I guess it's a synonym for dependence. Yes, you got it. And that's really important because I can't even tell you how many essays I read on this that are wrong. They don't talk about the positives of dependence, but you did. So this dependence has allowed business to get better, has allowed students to be more efficient, and just have access to like so much more information. So I'm really quite happy with the way you've developed this as far as task achievement goes. The other areas needed a little work though. Let's move on to your conclusion. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that benefits of this, what is of this? You're starting a new paragraph, so express and explain to us what this is, all right? Don't just assume. Outweigh the disadvantages, and if more and more features related to social development can be added to online platforms, this will counteract the effects of the bad influence altogether. Lovely, and a nice, strong finish with a nice piece of grammar, the conditional. I thought it was very good. So some good elements here. I thought your task achievement was very good. But again, lots of awkwardness with grammar and vocabulary. So those are the things I really want you to be careful of, okay? I hope that this file gets to you okay. Again, sorry about the delay, and I'll be waiting for your next set of essays. So good luck.